All right, let's get started. First of all, as you can see, I'm on the home page. This is where I can share updates, upload a photo, or publish a post. You would click on share an update, and you can click on the update and decide who you want to share it with. You also have the opportunity to link your LinkedIn with your Twitter so that any post that you create on your LinkedIn automatically goes to Twitter. You can upload photos, you can publish a post. There's many different things that you can do. As you can see, this is the Pulse. This is the Pulse network where I can create articles and share it with my network. And it also establishes me as a professional in the industry. Okay, moving along, as you can see, there's more updates from companies that I follow, connections, so on and so forth. This is also the Pulse again, but this is articles that they think that I'd be interested in. On this top tab right here, you can see that this is the quick link to my profile, and I can see my recent activity if I wanted to. I can also go in to see the people that last viewed my profile, and then also the views on my last update. The top tab, obviously the logo is going to take you right here to this home page. The search bar, which is a great help, will help you find people, jobs, companies, and more, all depending on what you want. If, say, you're looking for a specific job within a specific company, you can look at that. Or you can just looking for jobs in a company, click that. If you're looking for a person and not a company, click people and type it in. Even more advanced features are available right there. All right, next icon over is your InMail. This is LinkedIn's messages that you can use to connect with other members inside of LinkedIn. Next to that is our notifications that you will receive if you're really active hourly, and it will tell you whether or not people have viewed your profile, people have looked at other contacts' profiles, if someone that you're following has published a new post, for example, right there. And then moving over, you have our connections, add connections. People that want to connect with you will send connection requests, and this is where you can accept them. And it's just a simple icon with a check mark or an X box that you can click. As you can see, I don't have any connections to add right now or any requests, but it puts in a people you may know area. And if I feel that I know anybody, I can just click on it and it would send a connection request. The last link over is the account settings. You can go into your profile from here. You can sign out. You have your basic account settings. You can click into there, or you can actually upgrade your account right from there. You manage your job postings, company page, languages, privacy and settings, which we'll get into later, and the help center in case I can't answer any of your questions and you want to go ahead and just get to LinkedIn. They can answer all of your questions through the frequently asked questions. All right, the next bar down, you have your home, which obviously brings you right back over here, just like the logo. Your profile tab, you can edit your profile from the profile tab. And unlike before, now I am editing my profile. I have more of an advanced background that you can create a header for your LinkedIn to change you and make you more unique than everybody else. As you can see, there's edit. I can edit different things inside of my profile. It tells me how many connections I have. And we'll build that out more in depth throughout our training. The next portion inside of the profile is who's viewed your profile. Now, if you're going to be using LinkedIn on a daily basis proactively and really start to engage with your audience and your network, because as you start looking at other people's profiles or as you start to optimize your profile, you're going to find that your views are going to go up. So why is this important? Well, this is how opportunities present themselves. there's a reason why people came and look at your profile. So if you're keeping tabs on this section alone, and like I say, we've got a whole section of training on this, and if you just keep tabs on this and know what to say to those people that are actually checking you out, you're going to see some incredible results from LinkedIn. And we've got all kinds of messaging scripts for you as well, where can really leverage this area and respond to people when they do check out your profile in a way that's not insulting or spam or too forward or anything like that, because I know that's a concern that a lot of people always have. The next tab we have over is connections. All right, and so if we go into my connections, you can see that they really redid this section, and now I can really leverage it to connect to my people. I can see what has occurred recently between some of my connections, work anniversaries, new job, work anniversary. But it also intermingles people I may know to kind of influence me to build my network with anybody that I think I might know, and just automatically send the connection. Before I mentioned that we can use our connections section, this is what I was talking about. You can come in here and create tags for certain people, and then you can filter all of these information down here. You can filter the connections only. You can filter them by company, by tag, by location, title, so on and so forth. Recent conversation, last name, first name, new. I mean, there is just no end to how much you can actually filter this information. All right, so digging down deeper, you can add more connections. You click down into here and you will put in whatever your email address is for Yahoo, AOL, Gmail, Outlook, Hotmail, any mail really, and it will automatically take those contacts and look for them in LinkedIn and try to connect you with them, which is a really handy tool to building your network quickly. And then the last tab that we have is Find Alumni. This is relatively new, but you can go in and find the school that you've gone to and then connect with people that either taught at the school or worked with you. So it's really cool because I'm definitely seeing a lot of people that I went to the same school with and had classes with that I could possibly connect with later. Okay, the next section that we have over here is all about jobs and how you can not only find jobs but also post job as an employer. And we'll go into that in detail as well in the training course, so that if you are in either of these positions, you'll have the tools and the understanding of how to use this and leverage it to its fullest capacity. Under the interest tabs here, you can see we've got 4 different things. We've got companies, we have groups, we have Pulse, we have education, and then the new one is SlideShare, but I've added that and I will teach you about that too. In the company section, you can go in and follow any companies that you want to follow. Companies that pages that you would create to manage would also be in here. For example, if you had your own company page, this is where you would control it from. So in the companies section, these are companies that actually exist on LinkedIn and their updates. So as I follow different companies, I can actually see those company status updates. So if you are in a job seeker position, or you're following a competitor, or you're trying to keep tabs on what's going on with your clients and what they're publishing, what's going on in their world, this is a great way to keep up to date on what they have going on, ultimately have one place to go to. And you can see if I click on this following tab, it also shows me all the companies that I'm following here, and I can create companies from here as well, which is also another module that we will teach you. The next on the list is groups. From here, it's just like companies. However, with groups, it allows people to join into groups and communicate with one another. As you can see, here's some of the groups that I'm part of. You can join up to 40, or up to 50. So I suggest that you join as many groups as possible to reach out to all the professionals that you can. A group that you might be interested in joining is a Real Estate Agent Referrals Network. It's an open network to allow real estate agents to make referral connections easier. We did find that there was one online, but it was a locked group and it took forever to get into. So we created this one so that everyone can engage easier. Here's the status wall for the groups that you can follow along. Anything that's relevant, anything that's fresh, you can come in here. That's not what I meant to do. You can enter a discussion or flag as inappropriate. The next tab over is our Pulse. Now, as Pulse, what I mentioned already is on the home page, but Pulse is a feed essentially of information or content, and you can see in here. I can see all of my news, and it's sorted based on influencers that I follow, as well as topics and categories of information. You can see here's one on entrepreneurship from Tim Ferriss. LinkedIn's getting much better at really organizing this information for you and truly becoming a content sharing platform or a content marketing platform. It's becoming social, for lack of a better term. I guess because it's a perfect term for it. It is becoming a social network where it may have been considered or thought of previously as more of an online Rolodex. It really is becoming an online social platform. Now, I also have the ability to dig deeper and discover new things that I might want to follow. I've got all kinds of influencers that I can follow. These are CEOs of major corporations. These are influential thought leaders of today's day and age. So Guy Kawasaki, for example, Bill Gates, extremely popular and well-known CEOs. We've got all kinds of influencers in here. We've got all channels, as you can see. These are basically categories of information. And then finally, we've got publishers in here too. This is one of the reasons that LinkedIn is truly seeing a lot of leverage and incredible growth in numbers as well, and membership numbers. There is a lot of publishing platforms, publishing mediums now that are actually publishing exclusive content on LinkedIn. You see here Liz Ryan, Jeff Hayden, Snapchat talking, just different things that you can follow along on here. Some people that you could find on here: Harvard Business Review, The Entrepreneur Magazine, Fortune, TechCrunch, USA Today. So very traditional publishers are actually publishing on LinkedIn as well. And like I say, it's just leading to the credibility of LinkedIn as a news source, which is what ultimately brings people back to the site and makes them use it as a social network, as I mentioned before. And the last one that you see in here is education. And that's really about targeting the Y generation. Here's the more influencers and channels that you could follow. All you have to do is click a plus sign and follow it. It'll come right onto your newsfeed. Okay, and here's the education portion that I was talking about. Prospective students, alumni, universities, employers. All right, last but not least, you also have the slide share, which opens up into the third-party site that allows you to create basically PowerPoint slides and presentations that are eye-popping and is going to drive traffic back to your site. We will get into that later and more in further lessons. All right, further down the tabs, you have business services. You can post a job in here. You can do talent solutions. You can advertise. Yes, we're going to go into advertising. I'm not going to actually suggest that you do any advertising on here because most of the traffic that you can get through here is going to be through guerrilla marketing or from free SEO strategies that I'm going to give you. Advertising on here is actually a little bit more expensive and more costly than on Facebook. So getting an ROI out of it, you still do get a return on investment, but it's just harder to measure. And then you have Sales Solutions, which basically tries to get you to upgrade your account to a higher level.